y'all, so today I'm going to be giving you my 5-star recommendations. These are books that I've read, given 5 stars, and I think you should read. You've probably seen a lot of these books before if you're part of the book community, so booktube, book talk, bookstagram, but I'm just hoping that my video will give you guys just one more recommendation to help you want to read these books because I think they're great. First book I have is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee, ahdieh, I think that's how you say it. This book is about Shahrazad or Shazi, and she is arranged to marry the king of this kingdom. His name is Khalid. He takes a new wife every night and they all end up dead in the morning. And it's kind of this mystery about like why is that happening, but Shazi is trying to get revenge because her best friend was one of the girls who was killed after they were arranged to marry Khalid, and she's just trying to get revenge. So she's going and being arranged to marry Khalid as well so that she can basically get in the castle and try to kill him. So this book is YA fantasy, it's enemies to lovers, and it's also a retelling of 1001 Nights, and I just really love this book. There's really good character development and the setting is so fun and magical, and I recommend it. The next one is, I tell people this is my favorite book or my favorite series. It's called Illuminae by Amie, Kaufman, and kristoff, and this is a sci-fi, YA sci-fi, and it's set in the future, and the two main characters live on a different planet where they are conducting illegal mining of some substance, but their planet gets invaded by this big corporation, Baytech, and then they end up on a spaceship of one of the military vessels that comes to save them, and the spaceship is run by an AI, and some crazy things happen, and it's a moral dilemma of like what the AI is doing, and the main character kind of becomes friends with the AI, but kind of going back and forth of whether he's good or not the whole time. I've read this book like 3 or 4 times. I love it. Another really cool thing about it is that it's made up of a bunch of different files, hence it being called illuminae files, like emails and chats and all this fun stuff. And it just makes it fly by because you just get so much variety of like what you're reading. And it seems like it would be hard to make that into a story, but they do such a good job of compiling it all to like make it into a timeline, and I really love this book. The characters are so lovable, and even if you're opposed to sci-fi, just give it a try. This book you've probably seen before. It's better than the movies by Lynn. I was influenced by Haley Pham to read this book, and I'm so glad I did. It's just like the ideal high school romance. If you're looking for a book that like makes you feel like you're in high school again, but like the good parts in a good way, this is the book for you, because there's like funny moments and really sweet moments between the main character and the love interest. So Liz, her mom died when she was young, but her mom loved romance movies, like rom-coms, and so she's watched all of those with her mom, and she loves them too, and she's really looking for her own rom-com romance, and she has this perfect idea of like what that's gonna look like. So she gets her neighbor, who she is kind of enemies with, to help her. Not enemies, but they don't get along and they prank each other, to help her try to like kindle this romance with one of his friends. Enemies to lovers, boy next door, and it's so fun. I love this book. The next book I have is Aurora Rising. This is the same authors as Illuminae, so Amie, Kaufman, and kristoff. This book is also sci-fi. It's about this cast of characters. I think there's 6 of them. It's also set in the future, and they are all in the Peace Corps kind of, and they are all the like very last choices for being a crew. Kind of like a misfit type of trope, where they're all very different and like they don't really get along with each other in the beginning, and they're like, why are we here? Like, we don't want to be doing this. But they are going on a mission together, and it's a heist mission. And I just love the way that this is written. I'm gonna reread it really soon because I just have missed it so much and I've been wanting a sci-fi. This is a trilogy. I didn't say that, but Illuminae is also a trilogy, and The Wrath and the Dawn is a duology. And my last book is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This one is so good. This book is based on Arthurian legend. The main character is in high school, but she goes to like an early college type of deal at UNC Chapel Hill. And her mom also died when she was young, and she's trying to figure out what happened because they don't really know, or she was told a story that she doesn't really believe. But she ends up getting involved in this like secret society at UNC Chapel Hill that she thinks she can get her answers from. And she finds out that these are all the descendants of the Knights of the Round Table. The magic system in this is so cool, and she learns like a whole bunch of stuff about herself. And there's also like some deeper topics, like it talks about grief and racism and systematic racism with this like YA fantasy plot, and it's really cool. And I just think that everyone should read this book because it's fun, but it also just has some conversations like and themes throughout the book that are important. So that's the last book I have for you guys, and I really hope you guys read these books. If you have read any of these books, please let me know. I would love to talk to people about them, and give me any of your 5-star recommendations, and I hope you guys have a really good day. Bye!